Hi guys, for this video we're doing a fun, soft, easy spring look. So keep watching for the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Bronzer all over my lid and my crease. This is just going to tie the look together. It's also going to give it like a very nice effortless vibe when I put on the bronzer on my face. This is a great way to just keep your eye with some color but still looking natural and soft. Next, I'm going to use this soft matte coral shade by ColourPop. This is color Lay Low. This is just going to add to that softness that we have going on. Since this is a very soft look, I love using the Ardell Wispies. These are my go-tos because they have an invisible lash line and they just look super natural and super feminine. They go well with a lot of eye shapes. For foundation, we're using one of my go-tos, the NARS Natural Radiant foundation. This is perfect because it gives you coverage but still gives you a soft luminosity. And my shade is Aruba. For concealer, we're using the NARS Creamy Concealer. This is perfect because it delivers coverage as well, but it's very soft and hydrating, so it's not going to dry your under eye. It blends like a dream and it just looks perfect. I'm using the shade I believe this is custard with a little bit of creme brulee. I just mixed it a little bit to give me a little bit of brightness under the eye, but still give me coverage and look natural. Using the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer in the shade Teddy. I'm just going to add a little bit of warmth and definition to my face. I love this cream bronzer because it blends out beautifully and it looks super soft and natural. I'm also going to clean it off with a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder just so I can clean it up under and you can see a little bit of sharpness and definition. The same Laura Mercier translucent powder I'm going to bake under my eyes. This is just going to help everything set and yeah, like prevent the under eye from creasing. Once we let that sit for about a minute or two, we're going to go ahead with a fluffy brush and just sweep everything. Make sure that you get all the excess powder off and just blend it in. This might take a little bit of time for you to be able to take all that powder off. Just be patient and make sure that you get into those crevices and all that. Here, I'm just contouring my nose with that same cream bronzer that I used by Fenty Beauty. Also, make sure that you blend out that contour so it doesn't look harsh and everything looks nice and flawless. Now to finish off the look, I am using this discontinued ColourPop eyeshadow palette, but this is like a burnt orange kind of shade. So if you have anything like that, you can use this for your lower lash line. And for lips, I'm using an also discontinued lip liner. This is like a nice mauvey kind of tone. I'm gonna use it to outline and actually to fill my lips just a little bit. To top it off, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade 799. I'm going to put it in the center, tap it in as I'm doing here. And this is just going to add a little bit of like, give it like a plumping effect since it's going to be lighter in the inner part of the lip. And to top off the lip, we're going to go glossy today. I'm going to use the Black Radiance Brilliant Effects Lip Gloss in the shade Romantic. This is like a pretty like pinky tone with like nice glitter in there. I love this lip gloss. It just adds like the perfect amount of glitter without looking too glittery, but it's such a beautiful shade. It adds such a beautiful softness to the lip. I love it so much. Here I'm just adding the same contour shade that I use to outline my lips just a little bit to give them a bit of definition. You can also do that, by the way. You can use cream contour on your eyes, on your face, on your lips, all over. That's why I love products that are multifunctional. So mascara on the lower lash line just to finish this off. This is just going to tie that eye together. And for blush slash highlighter, I'm going to use the Kilowatt Foil by Fenty Beauty. This is actually discontinued. This is in the shades Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. I love this Kilowatt. I am so sad that they discontinued it. It gives you a beautiful like sunset kind of like blushy, like orangey kind of cheek. I love it because it adds the perfect amount of warmth on your face. To highlight my face, I'm using the Rare Beauty Positive Light Silky Touch highlighter in the shade Exhilarate, which is a champagne gold. I love this. I feel like I went a little crazy with it, but I love highlighter, guys. I love it so, so much. Now, using the Westman Atelier highlighter stick, this is super pretty and super soft. I'm going to use the shade Lit in my inner corner. That's just going to make my eyes pop and add a cute little like highlight moment in the inner eye without looking too harsh. And to finish off, we're using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This is bomb.com. If you know, you know. I actually want to do a video talking about my favorite setting spray, so stay tuned for that. And guys, this is the finished look. Soft, warm, and springtime appropriate. I hope you guys enjoy. See you next time.